Biggest ever UPA-2 scam. The real reason why the Navy chief quit. Is 1,200 crore rupees loose change for the government? A billionaire's arrest triggers UPA panic. Torrent of scams. A Times Now investigation.
Need to be a defense expert to realize submarines need new batteries. And, you know, it is so sad today, GD Bakshi, that these young officers have died. You know, because this government of theirs could not get them batteries for the submarines on time. And I want to know, GD Bakshi, I think it is time for national disclosure from the Defense Minister of India. He needs to disclose whether the papers we have put out are true.
Arnab,
if they are true, he needs to tell us what he's going to do. Yes, General Bakshi.
Arnab, take your mind back. Take your mind back to when George Fernandez was the defense minister. He had gone to the Siachen Glacier and he found that the troops had been begging for the snow scooters to carry their logistic loads. There was one particular set of babus who had sat on that file. He came back and he asked them to go and spend a bloody week in the Siachen Glacier. Has this defense minister shown that degree of concern for the lives of the men? Has he sent his babus onto one of the killer submarines for a week, even for a day?
But would he not know?
That would have shown that
would he not know?
Look,
would he not know that
would he not letters from the ministry? He's sleeping.
General Bakshi, according to my information, you take 10 months to decide that the solution is to pick up another set of batteries, that also second hand, and then you say we'll finalize a contract, we wait one more week, and the new contract is finalized, that will be operational by the second half of 2014, by which time Antony will be out of power, which means in the entire intervening process, you are running the risk of a young soldier, Smriti Irani, going into the submarine knowing anything can happen anytime.
Not one.
Hundreds. You are risking their lives. And then you want to cover this up with the Navy chief.
Because the Babu and the Defense Ministry felt they can get away with it.
No, what about... No.
That either there will be a departmental inquiry and the file will shut after a few days, or there will be a media outrage where people will ask for the minister's resignation, and all that minister would do is give a saintly smile and get away with murder.
Precisely. And this is what we have come down to today. That a president...
Arnab...
Yes.
Arnab,
yes, General Bakshi.
Arnab, there is... What is galling is the differential in the speeds with which the Augusta Westland deal moved through the corridors of power in the defense ministry. Right. And the speed with which the case for our batteries moved. You think we are blind? You think the boys don't see this? When you want to make money, but that's the way the system moves.
General Bakshi, I'll say this tonight, that since we have put out these two stories, there are many powerful people who seem surprised by these scams that we put out. And these people either want to interfere with the process. They feel deep discomfort tonight. We are putting these facts out. I'm asking tonight, Smriti, I see your hand go up. I am asking tonight, why should a minister who watches over killings? Why should a minister, I'm saying killings. These officers have not died in normal accidents. These officers have died in accidents created by men who did not bother to give submarines to the Navy. They were in their 20s. And I feel tonight that there was one officer whose brother comes out and says, my brother was a 95%er, went to St. Stephen's College in physics honors, gave up his course to join the Navy. And every day he went out into a submarine which did not have a proper battery. This government could not give a proper battery to a submarine. And these are the boys who we lose. And for what? And for what do we lose them, Smriti? And who will pick up the cudgels on their behalf in this great system of ours? I'm not even opening the phone lines tonight.
That's why
but I genuinely can tell you.
Will not suffice.
Yes. These are man-made tragedies.
I supplement what General Bakshi is saying on your channel tonight. while he speaks about the speed at which the Augusta-Westland deal took place, the speed at which Lutyens Delhi has transfer of land taking place, one must also highlight that in the Augusta-Westland's case, out of the 40 requirements in the tender, there were 2 requirements that Augusta-Westland did not meet. One, it did not have a missile warning system. So here's a VVIP chopper which is being brought for protection of VIPs, which has no warning guidance system on it. Secondly, the Augusta-Westland company did not give a warranty, nor a 900-hour warranty, nor a 3-year warranty for the helicopters it was sending. So in a country where citizens do not buy a fridge without a warranty, here you have a government buying 12 helicopters of hundreds of crores without any warranty.
And I say this tonight, I repeat
here's
this.
The government.
I repeat this.
Here's the government.
I repeat
which
this.
scams the treasury out of crores of rupees and does not have enough money to spend on batteries and lets boys die on its watch.
You know, I think I just say one thing. There are 2 scams we put out tonight, and I'm saying this on record. The people who want to threaten the media when they do these stories, let them realize the media will not be threatened. They will not be threatened, and they should ask their conscience tonight. They should ask their conscience tonight whether what they are doing has any morality or ethics. I'm taking a break and coming back with 2 more scams on the other side tonight on the News Hour. 4 big scams on one day. Torrent of scams hits UPA 2. Back in 2 minutes.
This is Times Now, Super Prime Time. And the News Hour will be right back after the break. This is Times Now, Super Prime Time. And you're watching the News Hour with Arnab Goswami.
Welcome back. 2 years ago, viewers will remember when Times Now first exposed serious irregularities in the Augusta-Westland deal, at a time when Augusta-Westland as a company put out a legal case against us and sued us and gave us a legal notice. At that point of time, we continued to follow the story, but the government of India conveniently washed its hands of Augusta-Westland. In fact, the then Defense Minister for Defense Production was giving Augusta-Westland a clean chit, which looks completely shocking now. Tonight, that 3,600 crore plus crore rupee chopper deal stands rightfully cancelled. But believe it or not, nearly 1/3 or more of that amount, more than 1,200 crores, which is India's money, your money, my money, our taxpayer money, not this government's own money, is stuck in Italian banks. Is this government nothing but, is this amount, 1,200 crores, nothing but loose change for a government, which has not even bothered till now to blacklist the Indian firm? And what explains the sudden and strangely soft treatment from this government towards one country called Italy? Big story tonight, Times Now exclusive. Your channel has documents which prove that a company which won a 3,700 crore deal.
On March 22nd, 2012, when Times Now first uncovered the irregularities in the multi-crore chopper deal.
At a time when the government of India was clearing the decks for a 3,700 crore deal, Augusta-Westland, the company, was offering kickbacks to commission agents.
The government was quick to give itself a clean chit.
The government of India tonight reopened the investigation into the 3,700 crore deal over the VVIP chopper contract. If not, why not? Will the government of India blacklist the company that is openly offering kickbacks to so-called consultants if the deal goes through? If not, why not? Is the government of India 100% sure that similar kickback was not paid or offered in the 12 chopper deal with Augusta-Westland? If not, why not?
Today, documents with Times Now expose how India has gone soft in not just seeking the custody of middlemen Guido Hashke and Christian Michael, but has also failed to recover the rupees 1,226 crores lying with Italy.
177 million euros is a lot of money, and these are part of the 3 bank guarantees that are lying with Deutsche Bank in Milan. India wants the money back and will go to court on the 11th of March to get it back. But it will not be easy, is what we hear.
The deal has been blocked. 3 helicopters has been already delivered to the Indian government. 9 were actually still on their way, and they have been halted.
A series of unrelenting, extensive investigations by Times Now forced the government to act and cancel the deal in January 2014. Today, fresh documents with Times Now show how 2 months after the deal was cancelled, our government is not bothered about the money lying in Milan banks.
If these helicopters was not timely delivered, what action did government take? There must have been some clause for late delivery also.
Following the fresh revelations, opposition has questioned the government's inaction.
Irresponsible. Laid back is unconcerned. It is irresponsible to be not concerned in matters connected to defense.
Only a week ago, the centre gave in to diplomatic pressure, letting off the 2 Italian Marines and deciding not to invoke the anti-piracy law. But with a deal which has already been proven suicidal for the UPA, our government has chosen to take a soft stand. Is the 1,226 crore rupees that Italy owes us nothing but loose change for the Indian government? Bureau Report, Times Now.
You're watching the third News Hour debate on Times Now Super Prime Time.
Also joining our panel right now, Gurudas Dasgupta of the Communist Party of India. General G.D. Bakshi stays with us. Sudhindra Bhadoria of the BSP joining us, and Abid Rasul Khan of the Congress Party. He's from Hyderabad. Nirmala Sitharaman of the BJP will be joining us in 1 minute. Gurudas Dasgupta, we've been covering a torrent of scams today. There are 4 scams in all. We began by talking about the land deal where they wanted to change land use patterns at a low price for a private company from a dairy farm to residential use right next to Rashtrapati Bhavan. We went on to talk about the second scam, which was about the submarine use, the fact that batteries were sought for and not given. The third scam is the Augusta Westland scam, where Augusta Westland is clearly getting away. And the fourth scam we'll report in some time will be the Rolls-Royce Hindustan Aeronautics scam. In your view, what really is emerging here right now? Are these the last scraps, Gurudas Dasgupta, of questionable decisions and deals done by this government that are emerging? Or in your view, will many more continue to emerge even after Manmohan Singh demits office?
It is a tip of an iceberg. Nobody can say how many scams will surface. All the years we have been seeing, the government is deeply involved in scams, one after another scandals, malpractice, wrongdoing. And as we come near to the elections, it will be more likely that more scams will come onto the surface. All these are being done not in exchange of nothing. There must be an element of quid pro quo in the whole thing. Today the whole society and the whole government, corridor of power, the people who run the government, they are all involved. Most of them are involved in deep scams which gives them benefit in exchange of the position they occupy in the corridor of power.
Well, you know, Sudhindra Bhadoria of the BSP is with us. I want to go back to the Congress representative, because this should be obvious to you that in this case of Augusta Westland, Abid Rasul is a big scam. Look at this. The Italian company owes us a lot of money. They go and they make sure that they go to the courts to stop India from taking back the money. We don't get the choppers. They carry out the acts of corruption, and they also stop us from taking our bank guarantees back. Now, do you believe that your government is being unusually soft towards Italy? I mean, why is Italy getting such soft treatment from the government of India? Why doesn't the government of India bear on the Italian government to stop the Italian company, Augusta Westland, from getting a stay on the encashment of the bank guarantees? The Italian government has no hesitation in demanding that India should try the Italian Marines under a particular Indian law, and we get totally bullied. Why do we lack the political will to take Italy on when it is our money that is concerned. No American government would have allowed this. I don't know why this government is so soft to Italy. Do you have any explanation for this? You know, what appears to be treating Rome with kid gloves?
If you permit,
yes, please.
If you permit, I will put forward.
Why do we treat Rome with kid gloves?
No, we are not treating Rome with kid gloves, nor are we giving any special treatment to Italy. In this particular case, the helicopters were identified by the India government then, and the specifications were so changed that this particular company was the only bidder left in the whole issue. And after that, when the Congress government placed the order and it came to light that there were middlemen, the government took very strong steps and invoked the integrity clause and cancelled the deal worth 3,600 crores. And the advance which has been paid is secured by a bank guarantee, and the contract was cancelled only in January 2014. And now, as you know, it's an international agreement which has to be
Sir, you are telling me the history of this case which I know.
No, let me.
No, you are telling me the history of this case which I know. But
no,
you're not answering my question.
I'm coming
what is
to what
my question?
I'm coming to what you would like to know.
My question is...
I'm coming to what you would like to know.
My question is an Italian company...
that we are not soft. We are not soft. We have been very strong. That is the reason we have cancelled a deal and we are getting back the money. And
Sir,
I can assure the channel
because of a scam.
and I can assure the viewers that the money will come back.
Sir, first of all, I'll get Sudhindra Badoria. First of all, do you agree you cancelled the deal not because you wanted to? You cancelled the deal because the scam came out.
No, we have cancelled the deal. We have cancelled the deal after
the scam was exposed.
We have cancelled the deal. We have cancelled the deal once we came to know that there were middlemen involved.
Yeah,
and we have invoked the integrity clause to cancel the deal.
Have you gone after the middlemen? GD Bakshi, have they gone after Guido Ralph Hashke?
Yes, we have gone. They have been arrested. They have been arrested and they have been booked.
Really? Where is Guido Ralph Hashke? Why have we not pushed for extradition against him? Right? Where is Christian Michael?
That is again
what is his political connection?
Have
we asked for extradition against
him? Which has been put into motion.
Arnab,
what are you talking about?
August gentleman will let somebody else
GD Bakshi, listen. GD Bakshi is responding to you. Go ahead. General, go ahead.
Yes, please. Arnab, this is a helicopter which the President of the United States of America found too expensive. We chose to buy not one, but 12 of them.
You talk to
not one, but 12. When this ministry was short of money to buy batteries for our aging kilo submarine, when our MiG-21s were falling out of the skies and we couldn't buy the Rafale. You know, when our entire helicopter fleet was of the 1960s and 70s vintage, when our entire air defense equipment and our anti-aircraft missiles were 30 to 40 years old, all that we ignored. We put it on the cold storage. But for this deal, we went hell-bent for leather because there was lolly. There was filthy lucre involved.
Well, I mean,
you know, which seems to get some people going.
No, but you know, that's exactly the point. Nirmala Sitharaman, I think, is joining the debate now. Nirmala Sitharaman, welcome. Welcome to the debate. Yes, I think you can hear me. Sudhindra Badoria, why don't you come in before I let Nirmala Sitharaman in? The Congress Party. We've had 4 scams today on our coverage called Torrent of Scams. Augusta Westland, the submarine.
Absolutely.
Yes, go ahead. Yeah. Yes, Mr. Badoria.
Yes, I can come on this issue.
Go ahead.
You see, the citizens of this country and all patriots are concerned that we have the lives of people working in the Navy in peril. They die at sea because we do not spend money at time for batteries. But we are willing to spend 3,000 and above crores on buying helicopters, and we know what has happened. I just heard this gentleman saying that we have cancelled the deal, and in that deal only one company was in the end surviving because of certain tender conditions. We also know from Bofors till now that how these tender conditions are created, and in order to favor certain companies. The issue at hand is that you are willing to give tenders to companies outside in, of course, you need certain favors in the form of money going to certain important people who are in power. You're also willing to give land close to Rashtrapati Bhavan.
Absolutely.
That is such a serious issue when I've heard, and I've heard that this land is between Sardar Patel, Mark Tinmurti and Rashtrapati Bhavan, once resided by
22 acres.
Rajendra Prasad and the other by Jawaharlal Nehru. In that area, 22 acres of land. It is a very serious issue, and I think the outgoing Prime Minister, Mr. Manmohan Singh, needs to answer all these questions. What has happened from Commonwealth Games till now?
On the news hour tonight, Nirmala Sitharaman, Miss Sitharaman, we had the Congress representative Abid Rasool clearly blamed the BJP before you were on. He says this whole Augusta Westland deal goes back to the BJP. I'd like a broader comment from you on our torrent of scams, 4 scams of one government in one day, which we are exposing tonight. But the flip-flops, by the way, Abid Rasool, be careful what you say here, because Anthony told all of us that I will get back every single rupee that this Italian company has. After saying so, Anthony refused arbitration into the deal with Augusta Westland. People were happy. But after scrapping the deal on July 1st, he agreed to enter into arbitration with the company and in fact even appointed retired Justice Jeevan Reddy as the arbitrator on the advice of the Attorney General. This was giving in to Augusta Westland. Remember this, this was giving in to Augusta Westland because Augusta Westland had initiated the arbitration process. The government of India had refused. How is one private company, that also an Italian company under the cloud, Nirmala Sitharaman, one company in Italy, a company under the cloud, more powerful than the government which represents 1.2 billion people, a government which has been wronged? How is one company more powerful?
Absolutely. The way in which you've exposed all the 4 today, I'm only here to clearly summarize. But for the media being alert and the opposition periodically raising these kind of issues, but today's exclusive that you've exposed highlights the fact that the first citizen of the country, the commander-in-chief of all our combined forces, the President of India's residence is now being threatened by a security threat, by the development which is going to happen. The intelligence and everybody has questioned it. It is still happening, and the Prime Minister, who is otherwise known to be the honest person, is turning a blind eye to this. The formula under which UPA 1 and 2 has worked is power lies somewhere, accountability lies somewhere, but that is not available for the people. Decisions are lying elsewhere. And this formula of twin split leadership has helped the Congress party to go on a rampage looting this country without being accountable to any one authority, be it the court, be it the CAG, be it the PAC, or be it the media, and often looking for alibis for non-performance. But what I'm worried about is the President of India's life and the President of India as an institution is being threatened by these kind of unchecked growth of urbanization, for which you have clearly shown the documentary proof about money being, involved in the transfer of the utilization of the land. The naval men, our young soldiers who are there to sacrifice their life, all right, are being paid to pay the lives for negligence of the minister. And there again we are being told an honest minister, he's willing to have investigation done every time. Honest Prime Minister who can't control corruption. Honest Defense Minister who's constantly saying, I'll probe into a matter after that matter comes into public because of charge sheets filed abroad. Both in Augusta Westland, which you exposed, and also in this particular case of the Scotland Yard.
I'll come to you, Mr. Rasool. Listen to her.
Finding out Jaguar. This is outrage. Both the times the charge sheets abroad are saying money has been paid. All that the Indian authorities had to find to whom? They do not want to do that.
Why don't they want to do that?
Now say we'll inquire into it.
Why don't they?
They'll just inquire into it, and then, obviously because very big names are involved.
How long will
they don't want to. They want to say we want to inquire.
No, how long can it be covered up?
Inquiry? Charge sheets there.
No, how long can it
be? That's exactly the question.
How long can it be covered up, Mr. Rasool?
And
Mr. Rasool, the government has tried to cover up Augusta Westland once last year. No, the government has tried to stop Augusta Westland last year. I don't know. There is an alleged middleman called Christian Michael. You know his controversial note in March 2008, Abid Rasool, which he sends to Peter Hullett, the head of government sales at Augusta Westland in India. You know what it said? No, I don't have to tell you. It said target certain Indian politicians in the Augusta Westland deal. March 15th note, 2008. No, 1 second. The government of India has not issued a clarification on the matter. Apart from saying the authenticity of the documents is yet to be proved. Now I'm asking you today, you are not even wanting our money back? You've diluted India's position. You've given in to an Italian company, Mr. Rasool. Why? Why?
The way you have allowed Nirmala to answer undisturbed, I would also request you to allow me to all her allegations and all her statements made on your channel. Now, first of all, regarding Augusta Westland, I have told you very clearly that come on, I have listened to you patiently, Nirmalaji. Please be patient enough. Let me also answer what you have told.
Go ahead, go ahead.
Now, in this particular case, Augusta Westland, thank you. Augusta Westland deal was finalized by NDA and the specifics were decided by them, and after that the government in power then had given the order, but once we came to know that there are middlemen, we have invoked the integrity clause and we have cancelled the deal.
Oh, really?
We have been very
No.
And the money, as you are, let me again you disturb me, and this is not right. You let me complete it. There's no distortion. No, let me answer. Now it is not right. I am not going to take it keep going down to you. In this particular issue, this deal was finalized by you. Your earlier Prime Minister's son-in-law was involved in the specs. This has all been there on record, and then once we have cancelled, now you come up with a totally different story. Now, as far as the Rashtrapati Bhavan issue, what you are trying to make up into an issue where there is a scam, this is a private land where the land use has been changed after due consideration. I am committing on this channel, if there is going to be a security aspect, our government will definitely...
You mean your government doesn't know about the security aspect? You mean your government doesn't know about the security aspect, Gurudas Dasgupta?
Thirdly, countering Nirmala ji, I would like to say that did you not compromise on Kargil coffins? Did you not sell away the coffin of the soldiers, brave soldiers who sacrificed their lives? Did you not compromise on the equipment? Did you not enter into an exercise which was in futility for Kargil? All that you very conveniently forget, and you come out as if you are a person and you are coming out to help the country.
You will compromise the security of the country. You will also compromise the lives of the soldiers and the Jawans and those who are in the seas and in the air defending this country.
No, absolutely not.
Gurudas Dasgupta. Gurudas Dasgupta has to go. I want to give him an opportunity. GD Bakshi, General Bakshi wants to respond, but Gurudas Dasgupta has to go. I want to give Gurudas Dasgupta. You've heard the debate between the Congress and the BJP so far. I think you heard the Congress reply to the 3 scams we raised today. In your view, do these kind of replies suffice, where you say the scam or the deal originated during NDA time, and hence don't ask us questions on what we did in our time? Does this suffice, Mr. Dasgupta?
One wrong committed by BJP government cannot be justification for another wrong done by Congress government. And the reply that the Congress gentleman has given is absolutely incongruous. It does not tell us how it happened. It is not a question whether the deal was cancelled. The question was the money that was lying there, why that was not recovered, why timely intervention was not made. Secondly, why it is that a plot of private land near to the Rashtrapati Bhavan is being sold out to a private person, changing the terms and conditions. Why it is so? Why it is so that the batteries that needed to be replaced was not replaced on time? Why it is so that government of India, particularly this government, when in power, is becoming the center of criticism and becoming involved in one after another scandals coming to the surface involving the people who are there in power? Why it is so? 2G spectrum scandal, Commonwealth Games scandal, Colgate scandal, now we have the copter scandal, we have the scandal, the submarines, we have the scandal on land which is being given to a private person so near to a sensitive zone. It is not a question whether the life of the president will be in danger. That is not the issue. Issue is in a sensitive zone why the land shall be given to a private person for building maybe of a hotel. Okay. Maybe of a hotel. Therefore, these are the questions. One after another scandals are emanating.
Well, I'll come to you, General Bakshi, because on the other side, we will reveal scam number 4, which is a jet engine kickback scam. I'm back in a couple of minutes. Thank you for staying with me on a special edition of the News Hour tonight.
This is Times Now, Super Prime Time.
He is no ordinary man. A powerful arms dealer with significant political connections in India and abroad. If Sudhir Chaudhary's arrest has shaken the political corridors in UK, the Indian government too seems to be rattled, with tip-offs indicating a bribe scandal in the HAL Rolls-Royce jet engine deal involving the billion-dollar Indian arms dealer.
Only after the UK government stepped in did the Indian government order a CBI probe into the entire matter. In fact, the allegations first surfaced when Hindustan Aeronautics Limited received a letter claiming that Rolls-Royce had paid bribes to its employees. And an inquiry initiated by HAL's chief vigilance officer found credence to these claims.
2 CBI investigations against Chaudhary have been shut by the agency, citing lack of evidence in the past. And it is only after his arrest by the British Serious Fraud Office in London that the government has ordered a probe against him.
अगर कोई कहे देश में तो डिनाई करो, लेकिन जब बाहर उजागर होगा तो जांच कमेटी गठित करो या जांच करो और जांच में भी सच्चाई दबाओ। तो इस तरह से ये कांग्रेस का एक और घोटाला सामने आया है। ये घोटालों की सरकार है, घोटालों के साथ ही जाएगी और जब नई सरकार आएगी तब भी और इनके बहुत सारे घोटाले बाहर आए जाएंगे, ये हमें विश्वास है।
It is in his watch it has happened. Removing Antony and bringing some other defense minister will make no difference, because the culture of Congress today is to obey unquestioningly. So every time there's a foreign disclosure, then only an inquiry is set up.
The 10,000 crore jet engine scam coming to light at a time when the UPA is already submerged in controversies. An exposed UPA, which has no answers for why the previous cases against Chaudhary were closed, is now running for cover.
Every deal which was being criticized or some allegations were raised, immediately he issued an inquiry. So that means, the last 6 or 7 years during Antony's time, people feel, and even our worst opponents feel, that corruption has come down considerably.
As a torrent of scams hits UPA, can the Prime Minister duck responsibility just because UPA 2 has now hit its last phase? Bureau Report, Times Now.
You're watching the third News Hour debate on Times Now Super Prime Time.
What is intriguing in this case, and even the Congress representative will agree here, is that the Indian government wakes up only after Sudhir Chaudhary and his son are arrested in the United Kingdom for alleged frauds in the Rolls-Royce corruption investigation. So you wake up right now. What was happening till now, Abid Rasool? I mean, was the government sleeping, or was the government aware but pretending not to know? Or you were waiting for the British to take the first step like they did in the CWG scam? Remember, the CWG scam also, when we broke it on Times Now first, was the result of a British government investigation. How big will this one become?
Arnav, in this particular case, what you are explaining on the channel, the person who was arrested, though being from Indian origin, was residing in UK. The principal he is representing is from UK, and the investigation...
So then why do you have a CBI investigation? Don't investigate. Why are you having a CBI investigation for what?
CBI investigation, let me complete it. CBI investigation is on the allegations that some officials from HAL are involved in the supporting this particular
when was the HAL report? When was the HAL report? When was the HAL report submitted to the Ministry of Defence? Was it before or after Sudhir Chaudhary's arrest?
Under consideration of the CBI.
No.
It is under consideration of the government, and once we get solid proof, we have ordered a CBI
that's
inquiry.
Not the case.
The CBI, once it completes the inquiry, whoever is guilty will be punished. There is no two ways about it.
This is a nervous government. Please understand, sir. This is a dead nervous government.
I'm not nervous. I'm very confident when I'm answering you.
Not you. I'm sure you are confident your government is nervous. Because
I represent my government.
No, I'm sure you do. But you know, this man Sudhir Chaudhary is arrested in London, okay, at 10:45 a.m. I am told, on the 16th of February 2014. If it is proven that the HAL allegation was submitted at the Ministry of Defence before that, and you wake up only after that, then the only conclusion that I can draw, Nirmala Sitharaman, let's get you in. The only conclusion I can draw is that you suddenly got nervous you thought this will become another Augusta Westland.
Only half a minute.
No, you tried to cover up Augusta Westland even before.
Then when their proof has come, he was arrested. Based on those proof, we have ordered a CBI inquiry and we will take action against whoever is guilty.
Proof was there before February 16th. You are acting now.
So those were only allegations. Those were only allegations.
Oh, so you need the British government to act against Mr. Chaudhary to even start investigating an allegation here.
This is the most absurd thing I have heard. The whole transaction has happened there.
No, this is principally the most absurd argument with respect you have heard so far. Nirmala Sitharaman, yes, please.
Absolutely. This is the logical argument.
No, it's not, sir. There's no logic in it, Nirmala.
I want to just raise two things here.
Yeah.
One, for the elaborate allegation which was thrown back at BJP about Augusta Westland, I want to ask Mr. Rasool Khan, if really BJP had taken a decision which was not consistent with the law, after you came to power, you could have instituted an inquiry and cancelled, which is what you're doing. Mr. Antony is going about cancelling every order. Why didn't you do that? You went ahead and paid the money. And then now when it is all turning sour, you want to accuse the BJP? I'm sorry, it doesn't hold good. One. Second, now you have a Prime Minister who's repeatedly hold on, Mr. Khan, I heard you. You can wax eloquent without any basis, but listen to me on a particular point. Whenever there is an allegation against the UPA, we are told, oh, very honest Prime Minister. Let's assume he is honest, but under him he allows all kinds of rampant corruption to go on. The similar argument is posed when it is Mr. Antony. Oh no, Mr. Antony can never be corrupt. And he immediately orders investigation into every such scandal, even if the charge sheets are filed abroad. My worry is, one, in the name of this kind of, they are very honest people, but corruption may happen under them, which never gets investigated fully or tried properly. There is another very big concern that the nation's defense preparedness has gone for a toss. In the last 10 years, either you're saying you've taken bad decisions, or you're cancelling orders, or you're investigating and getting no further. But in the 10 years, our defense preparedness has suffered both by bad deals, by corrupt deals, and also cancellations, and even worse, not deciding and sitting with my arms tight to me. End of the day, our army is suffering because of this kind of laid-back approach, saying I won't take a cost.
And the worst
money is lost. We are not able to retrieve the money.
The worst part is the worst part. Abid Rasool, I'll give you full turn to reply. I just want to get General Bakshi into it. The worst part is this is once again a case where the Indian government swings into action after another nation has reacted. In the case of Augusta Westland, it was only after Italy arrested Finmeccanica officials that you reacted. In the case of Bofors, I hope the Congress party remembers Bofors, it was only after the Swedish report. In the case of the Tatra trucks, the Defense Ministry waited for the story to break into the media around 2 years after he was initially informed by the general himself that he was offered a bribe to order a CBI inquiry into VK Singh's claims. So in each defense scam, you wait for the story to blow up either in the Indian media or the foreign media. Not once have you acted on your own. And maybe you won't now also.
You know,
Jen Bakshi.
The time's up.
Arnab, you are.
I'm coming to you, Mr. Bhadoria, after.
I don't know. Excuse me. You are absolutely right. Please go into the history of this acquisition scams. You know, somebody came up with a brilliant idea that instead of taking money from Indian companies and being beholden to them, you know, in defense contract, all the party funds that we want to build, we will extract from the foreign firms. It has been one of the prime reasons why you have failed to indigenize. And the pity is that you have opened yourself to blackmail by Italy, by Great Britain and the intelligence agencies of all these countries that are possibly supplying weapons, and now have the leeway to twist your tail. You know, the whole process is premised on creating delays. You delay the process and the rent collectors of the party get into action and they collect their loot, stash it away in the name of...
No, what do you mean rent collectors?
I'm afraid this is a horrific model. Rent collectors, I mean, these are people like Chaudhary and the others who have links with the agents in the parties. I'm very sorry, they are the people
how do these people operate? You know, Mr. Rasool Khan, I have 5 minutes left. I just want to ask you only one question. Here is a person who is on the CBI's list of undesirable contact men. 1. B, scam is potentially worth 10,000 crores. C, there is an allegation. You needed the British to arrest him to wake up and start an inquiry here? There is no process here that you can follow here. You need the British to arrest him to start an inquiry into a person who is officially on the list of CBI's undesirable contact men. Why, Mr. Rasool?
Arnab.
Why?
Yeah, I'm telling you, let me answer. Yeah, Arnab.
Should we do an investigation into the political contacts of Mr. Chaudhary?
Yes, no.
Should we do an investigation into who all he has met?
You have to do that. Yes. Yes, you have to do that in the interest of the justice. You have to do that. My point here is this particular company, what Mr. Chaudhary is representing, is based in UK. This Mr. Chaudhary is also based in UK.
Sir, there is a no.
And whatever he has done,
there is a complaint in India.
Whatever he has done in that country.
No, sir.
Whatever he has done is in that country.
No, sir.
And the CBI inquiry is based on the
Nirmala
complaint
Sitharaman,
which is here.
no, sir.
We are inquiring. We are inquiring into all the allegations by a CBI, and as and when the report comes, we will take action. It has been told time and again by us that we are not going to compromise
this is
on
again
it.
your
compromise.
Sir, this is not about what he is doing. Sir, this is not about. Sir, this is not about what he is doing in.
When we cancel
Sir, this is not about what he is doing in the UK.
When we don't cancel the deal, you are not happy. How can we work? We have to work according to the rules.
Sir, this has serious implications for the military's Hawk Advanced Jet Trainer AJT. Mr. Bhadoria, yes.
Mr. Abdul Rasool Khan just said some time back that he took the name of the foster son-in-law of the earlier Prime Minister Shri Atal Bihari Vajpayee, Shri Ranjan Bhattacharya in the Augusta Westland. Why did he not expose this soon after they came to power? Number one. Number two, this land which is there just next to the Rashtrapati Bhavan, this land was given to the Caventers Dairy, as I understand, 22 acres of land.
Where is it given, Mr. Bhadoria? It is a private land. You are wrong on your facts. It's a private land. It is only a change of land use. Nothing has been given to anybody. Nothing has been given to anybody.
The President's House has objected.
Who are we to give? It is owned by somebody given for a land use change. Why are you putting it wrong? It is out of context totally. Your argument, you are not well prepared for this argument. You need to prepare well for this argument. No, nothing has been sold. Nothing has been sold.
So what would have...
It is only a case of change of land use.
You are not so much concerned at the loss of life. You are not so much concerned on the loss of life of the soldiers, of the naval officers, of all those people.
Last response.
You cannot just throw allegations onto us. We are concerned.
Okay, running short of time. I got 1 minute left on the debate. I give 1 minute. 1 minute on the debate. Nirmala Sitharaman wanted to respond to the point made by you, Mr. Abid Rasool, earlier, that you could not have acted because this was somebody dealing within British jurisdiction, which I contested. Nirmala Sitharaman, quick response and then we'll wrap up the debate tonight.
I'll take this example for the answers that Mr. Rasul Khan is giving us. When the media, when Times Now team went in Italy, you could track down a lot of these evidences.
Oh, yes.
You found out and said that indeed the kickback had been paid. All that the Indian investigation had to establish was to whom was it paid. They couldn't even do that. Similarly now, in this particular case, when bribes have been given, middlemen have been engaged, which is, wait a minute, mister, no, you have not done.
Wait a minute. You keep on talking something out of context and you keep on putting allegations and you want everybody to just sit quiet and listen to you. This is not right. No, I am also sorry. We cannot listen to your
nothing is right. You are a panelist as much as I am. You are a panelist as much as I am. You are here to hear me just as I am here to hear you.
Of course, I am a panelist,
don't let me go off like that. Just listen to me.
I cannot accept your false allegations. You keep on talking continuously. You first look at the deals you have done. You first look at the soldiers' weapons. You look at the Kargil scam. Then you
let's not go back.
Inquiries have been finished.
Let's not go back.
Inquiries have been finished.
Let's not go back.
Now another thing. If you're going to cry foul on Kargil and any other scam,
as I said,
10 years you've been in power. Why couldn't you establish anything till now?
I cannot accept your false allegations.
Well, Mr. Rasul Khan, Mr. Rasul Khan, Mr. Rasul Khan, one thing I'll say to you.
Stick to the point of today.
The truth.
You are not able to answer on the questions of the 4 scandals which have been raised today. You are almost compromising on the President of India. You've been reason for the death
Mr.
of 2
Rasul
soldiers
Khan,
in the submarine.
Mr. Rasul Khan, Ms.
You couldn't buy
Sitharaman.
batteries. You couldn't get the money back.
Ms. Sitharaman, just one thing. I'd like to only wrap up by saying
you're now telling about 10-year-old stories?
We put 4 facts out in the public domain. The truth has this wonderful habit of coming out and returning to prominence.
Absolutely.
It's only some time back that Augusta Westland tried all these legal tactics of trying to legally intimidate us, say we'll put on cases against you, threaten us, intimidate us and all that. It's all water off a duck's back. No good journalist worries when he pursues the truth with attempts to intimidate. That's water off a duck's back for all those who may want to try it. Now I'll wrap this up tonight saying those who've been asked questions should not even dream of threatening or intimidating. They should come out with the facts and we will continue to pursue the truth. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for that debate.